Hey everybody, this is the Tranquil Hummingbird, and in this video we're going to talk about how to have less anxiety and how to have less fear and more love. So, in the world today, more and more people are struggling with fear and anxiety. And studies show that in teenagers, fear and anxiety are going up. And so we need to know how to, combat fear and anxiety and stuff. And so you might wonder, well, how do you do that? If you're watching this right now, you probably want to know, how do you combat fear and anxiety? Maybe anxiety is, getting in the way of your sleep or your overall emotional state. Maybe it's making you feel inner turmoil or something, and you want to feel relaxed because that's how everyone wants to feel, right? So let me break down anxiety. We'll start with anxiety, okay? So when anxiety happens, like what happens when you feel anxiety, right? This is what happens when you start to feel anxiety. It comes from doing this. Ready? I'm going to show you, okay? This is what happens when you feel anxiety. Right? You're like, oh no! Oh my gosh! You're like, oh, something scary about that. Oh no, something scary about that. Oh no, I dropped a cup off the counter and it broke. And oh no, I forgot to take out the trash this morning and now I have anxiety. Or I forgot to walk the dog. Or I got a B on my test instead of an A. Or I forgot to work out yesterday or something. Anything it is to make you suddenly become have anxiety about and stressed and anything it is that you are resenting that comes and make you go like to do that, to go, oh my gosh, and you kind of tense up a little bit, right? That's kind of, or at least you do that on the inside. If you don't do it on the outside, then you for sure do on the inside, to where your emotions are a little bit tensed because something small happened that made you feel anxiety. And the reason that people do that and they tense up like that is because of resentment. They resent something. So if you drop a cup off the counter and it shatters, oh no, you dropped the cup off the counter and now it's broken, and everyone's like, ah! Then instead, everybody is resenting the cup falling and breaking, right? That cup was worth who knows how many dollars, and now it's broken. There's glass everywhere. People resent that. Why? Maybe because of pain. You might step on glass and get cut, so there's one reason. There's pain. There's also having to clean up the mess, and so that takes a little bit of work. You also just lost a cup, so there's one less cup in the house now. And so all those three things, those are three little problems that you got there. And those are three things that people resent doing, right? People don't like to lose things. People don't like to clean things up like glass and such. And they don't like pain of stepping on glass. So those are three things people resent. So the stress and anxiety did not come from a cup falling off the counter and breaking. It came from those three things I mentioned that people resent. So there was resentment involved. And when you resent things, then that is where anxiety is going to come, because you're stressing over things that you resent. Oh, I don't like that, right? Something comes up and you're like, oh, no. You resent that. And it happens anyway, right? It happens anyway, and then you've got stress and anxiety over it. So if you stop resenting of the cup falling off the counter, or of maybe getting a ticket on your car, parking ticket or something, right? Whatever it is that gives you stress and anxiety, if you stop resenting it of whatever it is that you don't want to accept, then the stress and anxiety will disappear. Because if you tell yourself, oh, you know what? It's okay if a cup falls off the counter. It's okay if you get a ticket on your car. I'm like, what? But it's not okay, Alvin. It's not okay that I got a ticket on my car. I can't afford that. Oh no. Yes, it is. It's gonna be okay, alright? You're still living. You're still breathing. Your mom still loves you. You still got a nice comfy bed at home. You're gonna be okay. And so that's where love comes in, right? Love is not just a word about romance, all right? No, love is having acceptance and appreciation for everything around you. It's about gratitude and like I said, acceptance. So if you want to have more love into your life, well, you need more acceptance and less resentment. Love really is the combat of anxiety and fear. They say that fear and love are complete opposites. And I'm like, why? If you're afraid of something, why is that opposite of love? And they say, because you're resenting something. If you're afraid of something, and if it's stress or anxiety or fear, it all comes from resentment. You're resenting something. And with love is accepting something and being grateful for it. It's appreciation. That's what love is you cherish something about whatever it is you admire a lot. And so that's why they're opposites. And even with pain, if you're afraid of pain, then it shows that you resent it, right? You resent pain. You ever heard of those guys that oddly love pain? Ever heard of David Goggins? He was he almost weighed 300 pounds in fat, and he decided one day he wanted to be a Navy SEAL. So he lost something like over 100 pounds in 3 months and made the team, became a SEAL. It was just, he's nuts. And the things that he went through, he would accept the pain. He'd be like, oh yeah, this pain, I did this, I want to feel it. And people would say, you're nuts, man. Like maybe you must love the pain. Like maybe that's just, pain makes you happy. And he's like, no, I don't like pain. You know, pain is pain for everybody. But when you get to the point that you stop resenting it so much, if you don't resent things, even like pain, and you accept it, then, and let it still be there, not that you want pain, not that you want to feel painful, but if you accept that it's there, because it is, I mean, why, if it's already there, why would you resent it, right? Resenting it is only going to create inner turmoil. So if you accept the way that things are, and you don't try to change it all the time, which is only going to wear yourself out, then you'll let more love into your life. And this really is like, it's like a muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it. If you can't really accept something like a painful experience right now, if you can't love that, if that's not in your level right now, then focus on what you can do, right? So maybe like breaking your leg, well, it's pretty hard to love that. It's pretty hard to accept breaking your leg. But the example I gave of a cup falling off the counter, then that's much smaller. So if you can accept that and say, oh, it's okay, then you'll get better at it. So pretty soon, it's like a muscle. You get stronger at it. It's like or your brain. You work out your brain or your emotional fitness or something like that. And the more you practice this, the better you get at it. And so something that's really funny that I've found recently is that babies that are born prematurely, right? Babies that are born too early can have long-lasting psychological effects. They can struggle with depression, loneliness, anxiety, fear, stress, and all those things. And I was born very early. I was born 2 months early, so it's not compared to some people who are born like 4 months early or something. But it is still there, and I recently just discovered the psychological effects on it. That yes, if you are born 2 months early, you are more prone to suffer from fear and anxiety. and stress. And so I wouldn't be telling you guys this stuff if I knew it didn't work, right? I mean, I've felt fear and anxiety. Your neighbors felt it. You know, your best friends felt it. Everybody knows, or most people, most people know what this is, how this feels like. And I would not be telling you this stuff if I didn't know for myself that it works. That yes, acceptance is the way to combat stress, fear, and anxiety. And resentment, resenting, is what causes those things. So think of you might wonder, oh well, life is going to present you areas where you know you're not really that you haven't accepted yet, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what living life is about. As you live life, then you are going to be challenged. There are going to be places in your life where you are going to kind of get knocked around a little bit, and it's perfectly normal for everybody. And it's in those moments when you realize where your limits are. You're like, oh, okay, so maybe you got over the cup. You accepted the cup, but then what happens? Oh, maybe you got rejected by your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Something that's more serious. And when that happens, when you reach a state of where you're now back to stress, fear, and anxiety, then you can, then that's where you realize your limit is. So you're constantly growing and expanding, whichever level you're at. And life is going to keep presenting you situations where you're going to have to grow from. And so it doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter if you struggle with stress and anxiety on a small level or a grand level or whatever, that whatever level you're at, you can start right now to stop resenting and start accepting more. And by doing that, you'll be able to get rid of stress, fear, and anxiety and allow more love and peace to come into your life. And because when you accept everything and you're not trying to fight it so much and you just let it be the way it is, then you're relaxed. You're very relaxed, and it's very relaxing. And I've been watching a lot of Peter Crone lately. Peter Crone, he's a wizard. I would definitely recommend checking him out. And he says so many of us are diseased. But it's not the kind of disease that you normally hear about. It's not disease, it's dis-ease. It's not being at ease. You're not relaxed. There's inner chaos, there's inner turmoil, and that's where the dis-ease is at. So any area of your life that you feel dis-ease, then that's a place that you know that you need to work on with accepting and not resenting. And when you do accept, you're not at dis-ease anymore. You're healed and you are relaxed and you're peaceful. The world is beautiful around you, and it's a beautiful feeling, and it's a feeling of freedom. It's a feeling of freedom because you're free from anxiety and fear. Those things don't bind you anymore. You can just break out of it. You're done. It doesn't bother you anymore. Right? It doesn't matter what happens anymore. A cup can fall. You can get a ticket. You can trip and fall on your face. You can get rejected by somebody. It doesn't matter if all those things happen and you're not in a state of constantly trying to take care of everything and resenting it, of all those things that happen, and you're like constantly fighting against it, then you're going to wear yourself out and from doing that. But when all those things happen, and you accept it, it doesn't matter what happens to you anymore. You're already relaxed and in a state of freedom, and nothing can happen to you because nothing can happen to you that will threaten that state of mind, because you've already accepted everything and you're already relaxed, and that's the state of love. That's what love is a word that has changed a lot through culture, but the term that I'm using it is a state of of acceptance, of accepting and being grateful for everything that happens, and it's that kind of love that is so relaxing and opens up doors to so much peace and freedom. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and that is all I have to say today. And so I hope you all have a wonderful day, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next video. This is Tranquil Hummingbird, and leave a comment of what you think about it, and and once again, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Peace.